game long.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defense.
Parker's got it. Touchdown, New England. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Lawrence Guy in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Holding offense.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Jones. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Parker's got it for a Patriots touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it is 28-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Play action. Now it's Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. And this passing game, his whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. Jones. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some of the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team. Get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe, but that's much easier said than done.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 41, Jones. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Back to throw again. Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. On play action, it's Carr. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matt Judon coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Jones on the return. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And returning to the field here, Hunter Henry. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The tight end Henry here in motion. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Open man is Myers. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 41-yard line.
Running out of the gun with White. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Operating from the gun. Jones going deep here for Parker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
The tight end Henry here in motion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open man downfield is hit. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
First down, here's White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4. Jones. This is White on the screen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football, and it's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Carr, and this one caught by Beasley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Here's A.J. Cole now. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And this will be taken at the 13. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. James White and company ready to go offensively. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think
he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 37 yards. And a Patriot first down.
Now Jones on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
that's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where you see the final score there. Trey Lance leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. And then lastly, we wrap up Week 15 on Monday night. What a battle this will be. The Rams and Packers from a very chilly Lambeau Field. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on the secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Taken in at the 3. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that's complete downfield to Parker. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll go up the middle with White, taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Parker's got it for a Patriots touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take it.
After review of the play,
So take
ruling
away
on the
the
field is
touchdown there,
reversed.
as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. To throw again on second down. Jones. Parker's got it. Touchdown, New England. From 17 yards out. And the Pats just continue to roll. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Carr's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Carr going to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
That's good for Las Vegas.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Stuck for a loss by Christian Barmore.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And this one too low.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Holding offense.
This is unbelievable.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. New England and their running back James White back out on offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The tight end Henry here in motion. Now Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look? And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away.
Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Patriots take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Raiders nothing. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. He's at the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Jones throwing to start the drive. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Devontae Parker, 50 yards. And the Patriots will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And now here come the Raiders. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
13 yards on the play. That's good for Las Vegas. First down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Carr now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He'll find Moreau here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
We get another look at Devontae Parker and the Patriot offense.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
And whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
109 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They run straight ahead here with White. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. White, he'll try the left side. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Throwing, Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 32. First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand.
Touchdown! Devontae Parker from 3 yards out.
And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Raiders 7. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
On first and 10. Here's Carr. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Carr. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
6 yards to go.
Now Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From midfield, here's Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is this is our chance to make a huge play.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now Folk for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
So out come the Raiders.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
On for the extra point is Folk. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
It's taken to the 26.
Illegal block in the ball. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Dancing to his left. This is caught by Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Jones. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now Folk for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw his Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Throwing on first down is Carr. Man open is Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Folk connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. There's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, You both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Pats, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10.
and they'll be on the road next week.